Face a lion, you're dead in 5 seconds. A bear, 2 seconds your face is gone, your neck snapped. A chimpanzee? Congratulations. You might survive, just without half your face. So why is that? Humans sit at the top of the food chain. But in a one-on-one fight, we're completely outmatched. Why are we so bad at fighting with our bare hands? What are the biological limits of human combat? And if you were ever forced into a confrontation with a predator, what is the best strategy to actually survive? Let us break it down. The intuitive assumption most people make is that body weight and size determine the outcome of a fight. A healthy adult male, weighing around 70 to 80 kilograms, physically fit and maybe trained at a basic level, should at least on paper be able to defeat a smaller animal like a chimpanzee or a wolf. From a distance, that sounds reasonable. From a biological standpoint, it's wildly optimistic. When analyzed through the lens of evolutionary biology and biomechanics, humans are actually among the least efficient, unarmed fighters in the natural world when judged purely by physical attributes. To understand why, we need to examine the human body in a combat context. Human skin is only about 2 to 3 millimeters thick, with virtually no natural protection, no dense fur, no significant fat layer, no biological armor. A sharp thorn can ruin your day. Meanwhile, many animals possess thick, elastic skin and fat layers several centimeters deep, functioning like built-in damage reduction. Human bite force sits at roughly 150 to 200 psi, significantly lower than that of most similarly sized predators. Our teeth evolved for chewing and processing food, not for puncturing and tearing. If you tried biting a leopard, the most likely outcome is that it registers somewhere between mild irritation and that was weird. Your fingernails are flat keratin plates. Functionally, they are excellent for grooming, opening cans, or peeling fruit, and nearly useless in combat. Additionally, humans possess an average of about 50 to 60% fast-twitch muscle fibers, while primates such as chimpanzees can reach closer to 70%. This allows them to generate explosive force more rapidly and efficiently. In practical terms, during the first few seconds of a confrontation, before your brain has fully processed the situation, they are already operating at maximum output. You are still loading. They are already executing. These factors combine into a crucial reality. Humans lack both effective natural weapons and meaningful biological defense, and they do not possess a built-in rapid kill mechanism. From this perspective, the determining factor in an unarmed encounter is no longer mass alone, but rather killing mechanics and time to kill. Any animal capable of killing a human within the first 10 to 20 seconds holds an overwhelming advantage. Conversely, if the opponent cannot finish the fight quickly, the human gains a narrow, but real, window of opportunity. And if you do have that opportunity, you must understand something critical. Human unarmed combat is not about striking. It is about control. Humans do not win by dealing more damage. They win by grappling, restraining, and removing the opponent's ability to use its own weapons. If there is a true finishing move available to a human, it is not a punch, it is strangulation. Cutting off airflow or blood circulation to induce unconsciousness. And to be entirely candid, there is another layer involved: opportunistic tactics. Target vulnerable areas. Exploit leverage. Use angles. Take advantage of any opening. In other words, play intelligently, not fairly. Because fairness is a luxury humans cannot afford in this context. A lone wolf represents a clear example of the threshold at which humans begin to have a realistic chance of winning. An adult gray wolf typically weighs between 30 and 50 kilograms, possesses a bite force of approximately 400 psi, and has superior speed. However, it lacks an immediate, reliable kill mechanism against a similarly sized opponent in a one-on-one confrontation. It cannot end the fight within seconds, provided you remain standing. And this is where humans begin to demonstrate their only true advantage: resilience. Documented cases show that when attacked by a lone wolf, if a human does not panic, does not turn away, and maintains balance, they can absorb the initial attack and transition into grappling, eventually pinning and choking the animal. This is not cinematic. There is no dramatic soundtrack. This is a distinctly human form of victory. Inefficient, unattractive, but effective enough to survive. It demonstrates that when the opponent lacks a rapid kill mechanism, humans can shift the encounter from damage exchange to control. However, when considering species such as chimpanzees, the situation becomes significantly more complex, despite their smaller size. An adult chimpanzee typically weighs between 40 and 60 kilograms, but possesses a higher proportion of fast-twitch muscle fibers, greater pulling strength, and a stronger bite. More importantly, they are far more willing to engage in what can only be described as extremely aggressive and opportunistic tactics. They bite. They tear. They target vulnerable areas with the explicit goal of disabling you.
Oh my God!
There is a certain irony here. Humans are quite capable of playing dirty in many domains, but in this particular one, we are outmatched. At distance, you lack the tools to finish the fight. At close range, you are operating entirely within the chimpanzee's preferred combat environment. You may still win, in a technical sense, but it is the kind of victory that requires a reconstructive surgeon to have a very serious conversation with you afterward, while attempting to reassemble your face and limbs. The true upper limit of human capability emerges when examining medium-sized big cats such as the leopard. A leopard typically weighs between 50 and 70 kilograms, roughly equivalent to a human, but possesses a full suite of biological weaponry. Sharp claws, long, penetrating canines, exceptional reflexes. Unlike a wolf, a leopard has an efficient and reliable kill mechanism. It can inflict fatal damage in a very short time frame, typically by targeting the neck or other vulnerable areas, unless you somehow brought cat toys or treats, which realistically, you didn't eat. And even if you did, the leopard would still prefer the 80-kilogram snack standing right in front of it. Within seconds, a leopard can sever the carotid artery or break your neck with a well-placed bite.
Goodbye.
Nevertheless, extremely rare cases exist in which humans have killed leopards barehanded. One documented case from India in 2011 describes a man who survived an attack and ultimately killed the leopard by grappling, using his body weight to pin it down, and choking it until it suffocated. The outcome: the animal died, but the man sustained severe injuries, significant blood loss, and required hospitalization. Another illustrative case occurred in 2019 in the United States, when Travis Kaufman killed a juvenile cougar weighing approximately 35 kilograms. After being attacked from behind, he managed to wrestle the animal, flip it over, and strangle it. All known instances of human victory follow the same pattern. No exchange of strikes. No knockouts. Only control, suffocation, and survival. Once the opponent exceeds approximately 70 kilograms, the concept of a fight effectively disappears. At that point, the scenario becomes less of a contest and more of a highly efficient feeding event. Animals such as lions and tigers are not only larger, but possess highly refined kill mechanisms. They can incapacitate and kill prey within seconds, while you are still attempting to recall something from a martial arts class years ago. The difference here is not one of degree. It is one of entirely different systems. And then there is the bear. A bear is not an opponent. A bear is a final boss with full armor, full health, and maximum damage output. Striking a bear is like knocking on a tank and hoping it notices. It will not. At this stage, there is no viable strategy, no meaningful analysis, only one rational decision. Throw it a jar of honey, then start writing your will while it eats. In summary, the largest animal a human can realistically defeat barehanded falls within the range of approximately 35 to 70 kilograms. This includes lone wolves, smaller leopards, and juvenile cougars. Even under these conditions, success requires favorable circumstances, considerable luck, and a willingness to sustain severe injury. As for optimal tactics, they are far from elegant. Poke the eyes, pull the hair, throw sand, sexy dance. Never let them know what your next move is. Even sacrifice a limb if it buys time. And pray they get distracted, then seize the moment and choke them out. Everything else, like playing dead, making yourself look bigger, climbing trees, may in some cases make your eventual demise look more visually composed. And finally, the most important, and perhaps most ironic, conclusion. Humans do not sit at the top of the food chain because we are the strongest, fastest, or most dangerous in unarmed combat. If we played strictly by the rules of the wild, we would not be the boss. We would be the loot. We stand at the top because we chose not to play by those rules. While other species evolved claws and fangs, humans evolved strategy, cooperation, and tools, then proceeded to build even bigger tools. In other words, we did not win by fighting better. We won by refusing to fight at all.
Oh yes.